Hollywood's glamour hides shocking scandals that destroyed careers and stunned fans. From Kristen Stewart's cheating apology to Arnold Schwarzenegger's secret son, these explosive moments reveal fame's dark side. Here are 20 shocking scandals that ruined Hollywood's glamour image. 1. Rob Lowe's viral tape.
Like there can't be like, oh, there's that one area that I'm going to talk about.
Right,
You can't do that. So that's in there.
We're going to show you the unedited tape that's been the hit of Atlanta. It cost us $15,000 for this tape.
Back in 1988, before social media, a leaked video could seriously damage a celebrity's career. Rob Lowe, a rising Hollywood star, found himself in a major scandal after recording an intimate encounter with 2 women in his hotel room during the Democratic National Convention. Things got worse when one of them turned out to be only 16. The tape was stolen, and the media went wild. Lowe faced public embarrassment, but Hollywood didn't completely turn its back on him. After a brief career setback, he made a comeback and even joked about the scandal on Saturday Night Live. 2. The death of David Carradine.
That he was hanging from, and then that rope was tied to a rope that was tied to his genitals.
In 2009, actor David Carradine, known for Kung Fu and Kill Bill, was found dead in a Bangkok hotel room. At first, people thought it was suicide, but evidence pointed to autoerotic asphyxiation, a dangerous practice involving oxygen restriction for pleasure. His ex-wife later confirmed he had a history of risky behavior. The scandal worsened when a tabloid published graphic photos of his death, sparking debates about privacy. Despite the controversy, Carradine's legacy in Hollywood remains, with his work in martial arts films still widely recognized. 3. Kristen Stewart's apology for cheating on Robert Pattinson.
Looking out over Hollywood, caressed each other, kissed each other.
Stu Pats has been one of Hollywood's hottest young couples for over 3 years.
Kristen Stewart's affair with director Rupert Sanders in 2012 shocked Twilight fans. At the time, Stewart and Robert Pattinson were one of Hollywood's most beloved couples. The scandal became even bigger since Sanders was married to model Liberty Ross. Stewart quickly apologized, saying, "I'm deeply sorry for the hurt and embarrassment I've caused." Pattinson, known for his privacy, never spoke much about it, but reports said he was heartbroken. Ross, however, took action. She filed for divorce. Despite the media frenzy, both Stewart and Pattinson moved on. Today, the scandal is barely remembered as they continue their successful careers. 4. Lisa, Left Eye Lopes, and Andre Rysons' explosive relationship.
The new tub was made of fiberglass. This small detail would prove crucial in the months to follow. Lopez and Rysons' volatile relationship.
Lisa Left Eye. Lopes and NFL player Andre Rison had a relationship filled with drama. Their troubles became public when they had a heated argument in a grocery store parking lot, where Ryson reportedly flashed a gun. Their biggest scandal came in 1994 when Lopes burned down Ryson's $1.3 million mansion after another fight. She had also smashed the windshields of his cars before setting the house on fire. The next day, she turned herself in. Shockingly, they continued an on-and-off relationship until Lopes' tragic death in 2002. Their love story remains one of the most chaotic in celebrity history. 5. Hugh Grant's prostitute scandal and his unbelievable comeback.
Has become sort of a great love story, even though you're not together now, and it has certainly evolved.
Hugh Grant's charming image took a hit in 1995 when he was caught with sex worker Divine Brown in Los Angeles. To make things worse, he was dating Elizabeth Hurley at the time. Rather than hiding, Grant addressed it head-on. When Jay Leno asked, "What were you thinking?" Grant replied, "I did a bad thing." His honesty, surprisingly, helped him recover. Despite the scandal, Grant remained a Hollywood favorite, continuing to star in major films like Notting Hill and Love, Actually. 6. Anna Nicole Smith's legal battle over her late husband's fortune.
And while Anna Nicole was making that name for herself, her wealthy husband was showering her with gifts.
Anna Nicole Smith's marriage to 89-year-old oil tycoon J. Howard Marshall II in 1994 raised eyebrows. The model was 26, and many questioned whether it was true love or something else. Marshall passed away a year later, but Smith was left with nothing. He hadn't included her in his will. She fought in court, claiming he had promised her a share, but his family opposed her. The legal battle lasted years, even beyond Smith's death in 2007. In the end, she never received any of his fortune, making it one of the most controversial celebrity inheritance cases ever. 7. One Direction members caught smoking weed.
One very, very important factor to Zayn's warm-up, of course, is Mary J.
In 2014, One Direction fans were shocked when a leaked video showed Zayn Malik and Louis Tomlinson smoking marijuana in Peru. The footage, filmed inside a car, featured Tomlinson joking. "That's just Zayn, warming up there before the show." Given One Direction's squeaky clean image, this clip caused a stir. While some fans defended them, others were disappointed. The band never officially addressed the incident, but it remains one of the few controversies in their otherwise polished career. 8. Paul McCartney's marijuana arrest in Japan.
Being arrested on charges of marijuana possession and smuggling. The 37-year-old rock star was arrested at Narita Airport.
Long before the One Direction scandal, Paul McCartney found himself in serious trouble over weed. In 1980, he was arrested at Tokyo's Narita Airport for carrying nearly half a pound of marijuana in his luggage. Japanese authorities didn't take it lightly. He faced potential drug smuggling charges and up to 7 years in prison. McCartney later admitted, "This stuff was too good to flush down the toilet, so I thought I'd take it." Instead of prison time, he spent 9 days in detention before being deported. Arnold Schwarzenegger's affair and secret son.
The woman she worked for every day. But in the end, the boy's looks gave his father away.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's personal life took a dramatic turn when it was revealed he had fathered a child with Mildred Patricia Baena, his family's housekeeper. The affair happened in 1996, but the truth didn't come out until years later. The shocking detail? Baena's son, Joseph, was born just days apart from Schwarzenegger's youngest child with his wife, Maria Shriver. When Shriver found out, she filed for divorce in 2011, ending their 25-year marriage. The divorce wasn't finalized until 2021, making it one of Hollywood's longest separations. 10. Elvis Costello's racial slur scandal. In 1979, Elvis Costello's career nearly crashed after a drunken rant in an Ohio bar. During a heated argument, he insulted American black music and made offensive remarks about Ray Charles and James Brown. The backlash was immediate. Costello later tried to apologize, claiming he was just trying to provoke a reaction. However, many never forgave him. "It was the worst mistake of my life," he later admitted. Had this incident happened today, cancel culture would have likely ended his career overnight. 11th, Roman Polanski's scandal and Hollywood's controversial support.
I found it quite an interesting enterprise because I like the girls of this age.
Roman Polanski's troubling history with underage girls was no secret in the film industry. In 1977, his worst scandal broke when he was arrested for assaulting a 13-year-old girl. He pleaded guilty to a lesser charge, but when he learned the judge might reject his plea deal, he fled to France. Despite this, Polanski continued to receive support from many in Hollywood and Europe. In 2020, he won Best Director at the César Awards, sparking outrage. It took until 2018 for the Academy Awards to finally expel him, raising questions about accountability in the film world. 12. Sandra Bullock's heartbreaking betrayal.
Didn't look like this a couple hours ago. Yeah, it was sweatpants and an AC/DC t-shirt and a Ninjago Lego set with about 7,000 pieces to it.
2010 should have been the best year of Sandra Bullock's life. She had just won an Oscar for The Blind Side and adopted a baby boy. But her happiness was short-lived. Just days after her win, reports surfaced that her husband, Jesse James, had been cheating on her for years. To make matters worse, James faced backlash for a disturbing Nazi-themed photo that surfaced around the same time. Bullock wasted no time. She filed for divorce and focused on raising her son. 13. Russell Crowe's phone-throwing incident.
Crowe Crowe had been trying to call his wife in Australia and couldn't get through. According to Crowe, Nestor Estrada wasn't helpful when the actor called the front desk for assistance.
Russell Crowe's temper has made headlines more than once, but his most infamous outburst happened in 2005. Frustrated over a bad phone connection at a New York hotel, he threw a telephone at an employee. The NYPD quickly arrested him and he was charged with assault. It was stupid, Crowe later admitted. Though he avoided jail time, the incident damaged his reputation. 14. The scandal that ruined Fatty Arbuckle.
Jack was taking some publicity photos of the gang outside of the studio, in front of the studio.
In the 1920s, Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle was a top Hollywood star until a scandal ended his career. At a wild party, actress Virginia Rapp fell seriously ill, but guests assumed she was just drunk. She died days later, and Arbuckle was accused of assault, with shocking rumors about a champagne bottle. He faced 3 trials, and though he was eventually found not guilty, his reputation was destroyed. 15. The mysterious death of Thomas Ince.
Death of Thomas Ince, a pioneering filmmaker and producer who died under suspicious circumstances in 1924.
In 1924, filmmaker Thomas Ince died suddenly at 42, officially from heart failure. However, rumors swirled that media mogul William Randolph Hearst accidentally shot him while trying to kill Charlie Chaplin, whom he suspected of an affair with his mistress. No proper investigation took place, and Ince's body was cremated, leaving the truth a mystery. 16. Jon and Kate Gosselins' toxic fame.
So what happens now? Are you and the kids going to do the show? Jon is out?
I'm not the person to make that decision.
Reality TV made Jon and Kate Gosselin household names in the 2000s, but their show Jon and Kate Plus 8 turned into a nightmare. The couple's bitter divorce and ugly custody battle played out in public, with both accusing each other of terrible parenting. Kate also became known for her infamous Karen haircut, a look that defined her public image almost as much as her parenting drama. 17. Alec Baldwin's shocking voicemail.
You don't have the brains or the decency as a human being. I don't give a...
In 2007, Alec Baldwin faced backlash after a leaked voicemail revealed him calling his 11-year-old daughter a rude, thoughtless little pig. He later apologized, blaming stress from his custody battle with ex-wife Kim Basinger. Years later, Ireland Baldwin forgave him and even joked about it during a Comedy Central roast. 18. Phil Spector's murder conviction.
Jury in the above entitled action find the defendant, Philip Spector, guilty of the crime of second-degree murder of Lana Clarkson.
Famous music producer Phil Spector was arrested in 2003 for the murder of actress Lana Clarkson, who was found shot in his home. He claimed it was an accident, but in 2009 he was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 19 years to life. He served 12 years before dying in 2021. 19. Sinead O'Connor's SNL controversy.
Over evil.
In 1992, Sinead O'Connor shocked viewers by tearing up a photo of Pope John Paul II on SNL, protesting child abuse in the Catholic Church. She was banned from the show and blacklisted by the industry. Years later, as abuse scandals emerged, many saw her as ahead of her time. She never regretted her actions. She stood by her actions, saying, "Artists are supposed to make people uncomfortable when it's necessary." 20. The Marilyn Monroe and John F. Kennedy affair.
Attendees at this elite event where Hollywood and politics mingled effortlessly. Marilyn couldn't help but notice John's charm as he entered the room that night. He had an aura about him that commanded attention from everyone present.
Marilyn Monroe and President John F. Kennedy's rumored affair remains one of Hollywood's biggest scandals. In 1962, Monroe's flirty Happy Birthday performance for JFK sparked speculation about their relationship. However, it didn't last, and just months later, Monroe was found dead from an apparent overdose, fueling endless conspiracy theories. For more such amazing videos, do subscribe to our channel.